again, and we're about to set out on day 31, picking up from where we left off yesterday. So let's just dive back in, shall we? Alright, if you were following this game that I am playing, you will remember that we just had rested, let me pick this up, inside of the Carter Hydro Dam, which is in the Mystery Lake map. Go ahead and figure out where I'm at. Oh yeah. Okay, so I had come down here and showed off the back side of this dam back here that has a bunch of materials and wildlife in it. So that was kind of fun to do. But now we are going to prepare for a journey because I would like to show off the next of the zones in this game, which would be the coastal highway area, which is probably my favorite area in the game. There's just a lot to do and see. Well, it looks like we've got a nice store of food. I'm gonna go ahead and grab up some wood and cook that raw venison I had in my inventory. Toss a little kerosene on there. Oh, and you know what? Turn off my lamp. Don't want to waste the fuel, because it will run out if you take time to do stuff while it's on. Alright. Let's see. Add a little more so I can get my 2 liters of water going. That is the amount that I like to travel with because it's doesn't take up too much of your pack space, but it's also enough to keep you going for several hours, if not at least a day. Alright, so we got that accomplished. I'm officially ready to leave this room for good. So, let's crawl our way back up here. I am very over encumbered right now, but I'm going to store a bunch of stuff in one of the lockers upstairs near the entrance to this place, so that if I ever, on the off chance, need to come back this way and replenish any supplies, I can do that. Alright, first of all, yeah, there was a couple of locked lockers in this room that I can now access because I picked up a pry bar.
Probably useful.
Not really, though. Alright, I'm gonna put that back. Well, that was anticlimactic, wasn't it? Am I missing any other lockers? No. I got into all these already. Oh, nope, this one's good. Yay, road food. Yay, road water. Cool, cool, cool. Alright. I was using these 2 lockers. I'm gonna try to store as much stuff in this first one as I can. So, let's see what all we've got in here. We've got some first aid supplies. I don't need to take anything out of there, I think. I'll just add this just for giggles. Stuff some extra gloves and junk that we don't need in there. Alright, I need to repair my hat. Tell you what. What is that, wolf meat? Oof, okay. Just for giggles, because, I think I'm gonna, like, quickly, you know, by napping over and over again, kill a couple of days' time in here. Yeah, because there's still stuff curing anyway, out here in the hall. see what else I can chuck in there. Don't really need extra sewing kits. I'm definitely going to store these simple arrows for later because it'll be a while before I can use a bow. I can go ahead and make one, but it'll be a while before I can actually create arrows in enough quantity to actually make a difference. So, there's that. Okay. Take one more look at my stuff. Go ahead and drop that. That's right, we found a whole bunch of maple saplings back there. And while I'm in my inventory, let me go ahead and fix this hat. Yeah, my gloves need a little help too. I think I'm going to take some stuff out of that locker. Some of the extra clothing I was just holding on to in there. I'm just going to take out the worst of it and scrap it. Now I can fully refill that. Go ahead and get this done. Oh my god, cat, go away. Get a drink of water real quick. And let's start tearing up all this spare clothing. I always like to have just a couple of extra bits of cloth on hand, as well as a sewing kit, because you never know, you know, if you run into a wolf or a bear out in the wild and it chews on you for a while. It will tear up your clothing. Falling off of something, you know, or tripping in the snow can tear your clothing. There's all kinds of stuff that can speed the deterioration of your stuff. So I always like to carry a couple extra bits of cloth around just so I can stop and repair anything I need to. As you'll see just from normal wear and tear, my deerskin boots and wolfskin coat are kind of dropping in quality here. So what I'll do when I'm about to leave this place is pick up one deerskin and one wolfskin and enough gut, like maybe 4 bits of gut, and I'll just carry that with me in the event that I need to fix my clothing, because it's not something that you want to let go for too long. Oh, wrong thing. There we go. Alright, that's good to go. Let's get these gloves back in business. Alright, good enough. We can wait to repair that till it gets down to about 75% or so. Same with, I think, the skins, I think, repair up to 30% of the garment, so that's how that works. Okay, so I'm gonna take a gamble and eat this wolf meat just to kind of stretch my supplies a little bit. And plus, if I get food poisoning from it, I can always just rest in here, because I intend to anyway. Alright, so let's get to taking a series of naps in preparation for this trip. What I'm doing is I'm just like paring down the food that I'm carrying, the water that I'm carrying, without wasting it, and also allowing me to kind of inflate my days survived a little bit. So it's kind of valuable. I always do that. It's kind of valuable to do this from time to time. And as usual, I will sleep in 8-hour increments just so that I can keep an eye on my my thirst and hunger, so I don't start hurting myself through neglect. Okay. Here we go again. I promise I will make this stream a lot more interesting here shortly, because I'm sure this is not the most exciting thing in the world to watch. Yeah, I can hold off for a minute. Now, by the time I'm done using up, you know, what food and drink I've got on hand, you know, and get it down to a reasonable amount to carry, I'll set out. Yeah, I'll finish that. The eating sounds in this game are so gross. Okay. How's this stuff doing? Oh, the sapling's cured. I guess while I'm killing time in here, I could always... Well, really, I don't see the point in that. Never mind. I was gonna say I could probably get to work on a bow, but what's the point of carrying something heavy like that around for a long time when you're not able to use it? That doesn't make sense. I'm not going to worry too much about using up all my drinking water right now because I've got just a ton of cans of soda in my little storage locker. So when it comes time to truck out of here, I'm going to rely on that for both thirst and a little calorie boost from time to time. Until I can stop and, you know, boil more snow and all that. I always like to, you know, save whatever's in best condition for last, because obviously it'll keep longer. Alright, we're getting there. Alright. It's okay to probably be up to, like, you know, 5 overweight with the stuff that you're carrying. Because up to that point, it's not really going to damage your movement speed too much or your ability to, like, run without getting too exhausted. You're not going to get exhausted. You will more than you normally would if you weren't carrying a whole lot, but it's definitely not going to be a real marked difference. I'm going to go ahead and take this. Alright, another nap time. It's about dusk. Alright. So if I sleep through until the following morning... Okay. Let's snooze for like 6 more hours. Really, the goal here is to get as much of this heavy meat out of my inventory as I possibly can before I head out. I really just want to be, you know, carrying just the necessities with me. Yeah, this is looking pretty good. Could probably do away with some of this nonsense. I mean, look, I've got 30. I can start 30 fires, and I probably won't do that, you know, in several days worth of gameplay. So, drop this wood. What else? Oh, geez. Hang on a second. I've got a cat trying to storm my keyboard. All right. Stay down, Sophie. Sophie says hello. Okay. I kind of got a lot of mushrooms and rose hips going on, but I think I mentioned yesterday that my intention of having as much of that as I do on me is to just, oh my god, this cat, is to carry it with me to the next zone where I intend to store it, in a kind of central location so that I can access it from pretty much anywhere. Oh my god, I'm going to freak out on this cat! Third time picking her up and putting her on the floor. Okay. You're not good at taking hints. Alright, so let's grab the bedroll. I think it's moving day. Grab 4 of the guts, 1 of the wolf skins. And there's still some stuff here that hasn't finished curing, but I'm just gonna let it sit here. Because I will have opportunities to harvest many more animals in the upcoming zones. So I really don't need to carry all that with me. I can just leave it here, and if I need to come back to this point, either through the route I'm about to show you or through the back entrance to this dam, I'll have plenty of supplies if I need to fix or recreate some of my clothing. I guess I'm just a little bit OCD. I just like having everything in one place where I can see it. Alright, let me look at my food store real quick. Yeah, I guess I can handle carrying that food with me. I also want to grab a couple of cans of soda. And actually, aside from that, actually, here. I'm going to leave the soda that's in the best condition and take the stuff that's gonna kind of start turning soon. Same with these peaches. And this stuff pretty much keeps for a very long time. So if I need to come back to this particular location, I'll just leave this here. Because chances are if I have to come back here, it'll be because I'm in bad shape. So, let's get to stepping. Alright, so I've got some firewood in case I need it. Everything here looks good. Let's hit it. Stormy. That's okay. Luckily, I don't really need to see too much about where I'm going. Alright, so we just came out of the dam, made a left on the train tracks. We're just going to follow this back here. Alright, let's leave Mystery Lake. Alright, the Raven Falls Railway line is really cool. I really like this area. The zones used to connect like just really in a straightforward fashion, and then they made these little like sub-zone, you know, that connect the two or connect the major zones together, and it's just a neat little, I don't know, fairly linear but fun to explore area. Okay, so I just came across the bridge that you find as soon as you come into the area. I just made a left because I know that back here I can find a little clearing with more rose hips that I'll pick up. But check it out, Mr. Dead Guy. Come on, backpack. Always with the socks. Do not need them. Okay. Grab that feather. Yeah, I'm getting pretty cold in this really unpleasant snowstorm here. However, I picked up on this trick after playing this game for just an ungodly amount of time. But if you're in nasty weather like this, obviously it is way too windy to start a decent fire. However, if you find yourself a little nook like under some rocks or in a ravine or something where the wind won't get you, you can start a fire back here. Kind of recoup a little bit of your body heat while you wait for the storm to blow over. I'm gonna heat up some peaches, because why not? That'll also give me a little boost to my body temperature. Excellent. Alright, let's go ahead and eat that before it gets cold. That also, the peaches, since, you know, they're canned in syrup, also gets rid of a little bit of your thirst, which is nice. Alright. Tell you what. Just because I'm already a little bit winded from running over here, while there's a nice fire going that, you know, will last a while, I'm going to go ahead and put my bedroll down out here. Which, you can get away with in weather like this if you're all up on a fire. However, be very careful about resting for any amount of time when the weather is this bad and this cold, because there's a chance that you might not wake up. Alright, look at that. So we had us a little nap. Pretty well rested, very warm now. We can have some more of this food. Get some more weight out of the backpack. And now we are in perfect condition to do some exploring around here. And like I said, I'm not going to worry about sticking around and making drinking water on this campfire, just because, which is a waste of firewood, but still. Just because I'd rather be out and about. Plus, I've got all those cans of soda. Alright, so now we can kind of see the environment a little better. And it's pretty. There's a little birch forest over there. So we came across this train bridge, and there's a pretty waterfall. You can follow the frozen river all the way back there, but there's really nothing, I don't think. Or at least there wasn't last time I checked. Dang it, I'm gonna check now just because I don't remember for sure. Every now and then, if you like see a waterfall, you can find a cave or something nearby that's really cool. And no. Oh, sometimes you'll even find like fish that have like fallen onto the ice from the waterfall. They're just laying there, you can pick them up and eat them. Alright, so just instead of following the train tracks to my destination, I'm just going to kind of snoop around over here for a little bit, see if there's anything I can use. There's a deer. So we have a nice little wooded area back here. Plenty of wildlife jumping around. You can hear it. Always check trees with low hanging branches like this one for those lichens that are so useful. Ah, see, there's some right over there. Oh, and a cave. Check that out. I don't really need to grab any more of these saplings. Okay, so let's check out this cave, see if there's anything interesting in here. Oh, just a piece of firewood. Well, we might as well hang on to that. Because, we may need to build a fire at some point today. Wait, did I bring... I don't think I brought the saplings with me that I had harvested. Just the cured maple. Yeah, I think I will go harvest these. It's so hard for me to walk past something like this and not grab it. It's gonna weigh me down a little bit more, but that's alright. And I wonder what's with the ominous music all of a sudden. Did I wander into like a horror movie? This is like you're gonna get eaten by a bear music. Alright, so we kind of just found a little route around that hill and checked out... Oh, look, there's more of these. I didn't even see them. Checked out a little cave. It's a good place to keep in mind if you're ever in this area and need to take shelter from a big hairy storm like the one we just had to wait out. It's always good to know where there's a cave nearby. Okay, so back there's the bridge. The train tracks are going across over there. I'm just going to continue checking out this side of the river real quick. I hear a massive waterfall somewhere. That looked interesting, but it wasn't. There we go. Just in case of wolves, I don't want to waste any ammo. Bunnies! Oh! Well, it appears there has been a problem on the train tracks. Most unfortunate. Ah. Oh no! Oh, I didn't mean to throw that. My mouse is really sensitive. I keep accidentally tapping the throw button. Okay, so there's a dead guy down here, which means there's crow feathers nearby. Grab those. And, let's just go ahead and assume that we're going to have to crawl across this in order to get to the other side of the tracks. Alright, well, before we do that, see if this poor feller has anything. Oh, candy bars are always good to have. Very light, and they're a very good calorie boost. Just to make sure I'm not missing anything cool, I'm just gonna come back around here and look around for a second. Oh, hey, look at that. This guy even had an arrow poking out of him. Let me assess my situation real quick. Well, I don't really need to harvest that deer. We're pretty much at a point right now where, okay, I think that's just a cliff. I'm pretty self-sufficient at this point. I don't need to, carry unnecessary things if I don't have to. I don't need to, I'm pretty good at foraging and, locating food at this point. That will become harder, the longer you go into this game, but, for the time being, I'm okay. And that's all that matters, because I could get eaten by a bear at literally any minute. You never know. Alright, oh jeez. Yeah, okay. If this was real life, I would be peeing myself copiously right now. Luckily it's not, and I made it without any kind of urinary accident. Alright. So there's that poor wrecked train. Let's climb on up here. Yeah, and now we see the problem. Rock slide. Bummer. Oh, heck no. Yeah, do not need sneakers at this juncture. Okay, I'm still doing pretty good on warmth. Just getting a little tired, but I think I might power all the way through this zone before resting. There's the tunnel that will lead us out of here. But I'm gonna look over here first, just... You know me, I have to be thorough and loot everything lootable, if at all possible. You make me wish I had a snare, bunny rabbit. Okay, so there's another cave back here. And tell you what, I'm actually getting really tired. I take back what I said a minute ago, and I think I am actually going to rest in here. I couldn't remember if there was a cave back here or not. And it seems to be a safe cave because I mentioned yesterday you can tell if a bear hangs around a particular cave if it's got like bones and skulls and stuff sitting around the mouth of the cave. If you see that, you're going to want to stay away from it, and especially not like go into it and go to sleep or anything, because you will wake up with a bear impaling you with its teeth. Alright, so now that I'm in here, let me go ahead and, yeah, let's fix up a fire real quick. I do think I want to boil up a little water and let this burn for long enough for me to, like, take a nap. Any more tired than this, and I would just begin to move just unreasonably slowly. And that's dangerous, you know. If something comes up on you and you can't outrun it because you're too tired, puts you in a bad situation. Alright, so I just heated up some soup to give me a little warmth bonus while I snooze. Oh shoot, I forgot to boil the water. Dang. How late is it? Alright, it's about dusk out right about now. So... I'm gonna leave that burn. I'm gonna sleep for about 2 hours, and let's call it 3 hours. Then I can wake up and make sure that I'm not freezing to death. And if it's still nice and warm in this cave, I'll just sleep the rest of the night here. Yeah, this seems to be fine. I'm sheltered from the wind. And I definitely need the rest. Perfect. Okay. Look at that. Didn't even drop a degree. Awesome. Alright, so I have effectively cleared that venison out of my inventory. And then I'm gonna start chipping away at the heavier stuff that I'm carrying. Just to make it easier for me to travel, because we've still got quite a ways to go. Alright, that was just a burned out campfire. Sometimes when you're in an area with birch trees, you'll find birch bark on the ground, which is really good for tinder. You can make tinder plugs out of it. Or no, I think you can just throw it on the fire and just use it as is. I don't even think you have to do anything to it. So it's a really efficient tinder. Alright. Anything cool back here? No, dead end. It's hard to tell when it's dark.
Looks like a new day is dawning.
Just about. Alright, so here we are back at the tracks. There's that tunnel I mentioned before. Let's just hightail on in there. Look how pretty that is. Ah. Such a beautiful game. Alright, anything worthwhile over here? There's more rows. I'm just carrying an ungodly amount of this stuff. But later on, medicine might not be so readily available to me. I know I've got a ton of it right now, but it really does make the difference between life and death in some situations, so I'd rather be paranoid than have my game end too soon. Man. This poor railway company has a lot of work to do. Once again, you know, this is a cave, so it may sound pretty drafty, but you could probably get away with, like, tucking yourself in a corner and resting in here without freezing to death. As long as you're kind of out of the weather. I'm glad it's getting a little lighter out, because I really want to be able to... for you to see this. Whew, okay, here's one of the most nerve-wracking parts of the long dark. Alright. Well, you can barely see through the snow, but you see that giant train trestle going across this huge gap. Yeah, we have to walk across that. And by the way, there is no exploring down there. It is certain death. Do not do it. Don't try to get down there. Okay. This looks like something a sane person would do, right? Let's go. If you are unfamiliar with this particular zone, you might want to wait for clear weather and a bright day to do this, and I'll show you why in just a moment. Oh god, listen to the creaking. Oh god. It's even real life and I'm already, like, nauseated. Okay, so, just when you think you're just about there, get a load of this. Yeah, you're gonna have to tightrope walk across one beam, one rail, and then you're gonna have to scoot over and get on the other one. And my god, the first time I did that, I thought I was going to faint. Because even if you've just played through one zone, like, by the time you get to here, you're pretty invested in your game. So, that would be a real crappy way to go. Have everything you need to survive for like a year and then you just fall off a cliff because you missed a step. Alright, so we're through that area. Now on to the coastal highway, which I love. Alright. So there's our tunnel. So we come out here, and this is a really huge area. This map is really giant. Basically, you know, this is the top corner. Goes all the way down. You can't even see it from here yet, but there's a gigantic body of water over there. I don't know if it's like a lake or a... Oh, it is. It does say coastal highway. I guess it is the ocean. Or maybe like a bay. But it's just a giant, intricate, really well put together level. It's a lot of fun to explore. Got a lot of hidden gems in it. Alright, so we just, you know, at this point, just still following the train tracks. Looks like there was a logging operation up here. Oh, and you see that blue trailer over there? Oh, a dead guy.
This will come in handy.
That might actually be better than the one I'm carrying. I'm just gonna pick it up because I'm real close to a place where I can hang out and look at my stuff. Check the inventory. Okay, so there's that. Anything cool going on in the tunnel? Other than another rock slide? Bummer. Look at that. Alright, so there's really nothing back there. Let's see what's going on with this little trailer. Alright. As usual, it's got some beds in it, which will be very helpful for us. Don't really need those tools. I'm carrying a better set with me. Don't need to pick up any... Ah, there we go. Herbal tea. This is a great thing. I haven't found any of this yet, so I haven't been able to talk about it, but the tea is actually a really good thing to have on you if you're traveling, and you're going to be outdoors for quite a while and you don't know if or when you're going to find shelter. If you find like a nice place to rest, but you can only rest for like an hour or two, because you're exhausted or you're too cold or something, you can make a fire, you can make sure you have some water on you, and then you can make a cup of tea. Now when you drink the tea, not only will you get the heat bonus to your temperature, you will also rest more efficiently. It's sleepy time tea. So we're gonna save that until we absolutely need to until we absolutely need to use it. But it's just a really great thing to have. It's very light to carry around, and you know, just really indispensable. You're going to see probably a lot of fleece sweaters. I would say that hardly any of them, I mean, unless you're like, you have just started the game and you're almost naked, these are just worthless to pick up unless you need to, like, instantly clothe yourself or you're really hurting for extra cloth. Which I didn't know if I mentioned this before, but if you do need cloth, if you have a hunting knife, you can rip into old bedrolls like this and harvest them for their cloth. Same with pillows that you find on the ground. Alright, so let's just take a look at the old inventory. I'm getting pretty tired, so I'm probably going to nap here for a while. Let's get a little something to eat. A little something to drink. I saved these MREs for a long time, you know, in case of emergency, just because you have I think, a slighter chance of getting sick from eating them if they're, you know, badly deteriorated. Alright, so I'm pretty exhausted, so I'm gonna just rest for 8 hours. I'm probably just gonna spend this day recovering in this particular trailer. Make it out of here the next morning so that we have plenty of daylight to start exploring this wonderful map. Alright. Yeah, let's go ahead and start chewing on this one. Alright. Tell you what, before we get to napping again, let's use up a little bit of our time and energy just fixing some of our clothes. Alright, so that's pretty well in good shape. I could probably wait a little while longer to fix that. And the pants. Yeah. Alright, everything else is pretty good. Well, that hardly took any time at all. Let's rest for 8 hours, get up in the middle of the night, eat and drink, and then nap until daybreak. Eat up the rest of this. Okay. Oops. Alright. Gonna have, I think, a can of cola for breakfast. And now I think we're pretty good to set out. Oh, you know what? I did want to look at that axe I picked up. Yeah, I'm gonna drop the one I have. And while I'm waiting for the sun to come up, I might as well do some maintenance on my my tools. That is something you want to occasionally pay attention to. You don't want to use something to the point where it's going to break and be irreplaceable. Because once you lose a tool like this, the game gets a lot harder. Okay, got that up to 100. Probably stand to throw a cleaning on this rifle. I'm just going to keep doing that until it's up to 100%. Okay, so let me talk a little bit about my strategy for this particular zone. I'm going to have to go ahead and forgive me because I've played this game an awful lot and I've already got strategies laid out everywhere. Whether or not I can stick to them is another story, because there's always unpredictable stuff that happens. But I'm going to make a beeline for a particular place in this area that makes for a really excellent home base. That you can actually get to most of the zones in the game from there relatively easily. It's kind of like the central hub that connects all of the outlying zones. Get that knife sharpened up too. And of course, the more you do this, the higher your skill is going to go. The higher your skill goes, the more you will be able to sharpen something in a shorter period of time. It's all about discovering the efficiency that you need to survive. Alright. Grab a drink of water and a little more, well, a drink of soda, I guess. And now I'm pretty much in a position where I can make it to where I want to go. Alright, so. I'm gonna leave the trailer, and it generally is, like, after the hike that you just had through that ravine, it is a good idea to just come over here and rest for a little while. Kind of get back to 100% durability. Alright, so I'm gonna take this path down the mountain. And it'll be kind of framed in by these retaining walls. You can tell that this area was a little more quote-unquote densely populated than the other areas of this game. Because there's, like, roads and bridges. Oh, good, there's a wolf. I don't feel like dealing with him right now, so I'm just going to climb over this thing here and head in this direction, down the mountain. Just be careful when doing this. You don't want to fall, and, you know, you can break limbs, you can rip your clothing up, you can do all kinds of stupid stuff if you take off running down the side of a mountain, which, believe me, I've done many times before. Okay, so I successfully avoided the wolf, and I'm heading in a direction I want to go anyway. But look, there's a little cabin over here. Let's go investigate. Look at that, I just got an achievement. I can't help myself. I can't see stuff that I can harvest without, like, it would just kill me. It would kill me to pass it up. Yeah, what's that there? I'm that person. Like, It's funny, the way my husband and I play different video games are very, very, very different from each other. He likes to run through and, you know, kind of get into the game and role play and, like, run through things instinctively and you know, do what the character would do. I have to explore, like, every freaking nook and cranny, every corner of every game. I have to find all the loot. I have to store up all the stuff so that, like, pretty much every game for me becomes about inventory management and not much else. But it's the way I enjoy playing, so, you know, whatever. It takes all kinds. I'm gonna go ahead and open this can of peaches, because I'm starting to get a little hungry and thirsty, and that'll help with both of those things. And since I'm slightly winded and in the vicinity of a bed, I'm going to go ahead and nap for maybe 3 hours. I'm really excited to get to my destination and show it to you, so I don't really feel like resting for too long. I just need to beeline for it, and then we can explore everything else. But it's going to be really helpful, because once we get there... Oh god, this is bad. Yeah. Let's go ahead and just hang out here for a while. The weather's nasty. I wish it wasn't so blustery out. I could build a fire and make some drinking water. When it's bad out like this and I'm trying to get somewhere, I like to sleep in small increments, which will occasionally let something like a storm blow over. See, that worked. I've still got a little daylight left. And I forget what I was saying earlier, dang it. Oh yeah, I was gonna say that, here, let's go this way. Once I get to my destination, I'll be able to store a lot of things. To me in this game, storage is really, really important. Once again, I'm just kind of sliding carefully down the side of the mountain here. So you're going to want to store stuff that you don't need to carry with you. For example, the really nice set of tools that I have on me. There's absolutely no reason for me to be carrying that around the wilderness. Let's see here. Alright. So we've come down the mountain. We started way up there. And this is the highway for which this area is named. So, yeah, let's just keep heading on. Alright, so at the foot of this mountain road, there's a couple of buildings. But we're gonna ignore those. Oh shoot. I hear a wolf. Where is he? Oh, there he is. There we go. Don't want to waste any ammo on you, buddy. Oh my god, don't. Get out of my face. Alright, so check this out though. This is the body of water I was referring to. Obviously, there's a lot out there that we can check out and explore. We'll get to that in a little bit. But there's plenty of ice fishing huts out there to go through. Those islands that you see in the distance, yeah, you can get to them. Actually, really cool places to check out. But I'm going to keep running down this road for right now. We can always come back later after we've deposited some of this stuff we're toting around. And, this is a great area for hunting because there are always deer just like strolling around on the ice out there, which just makes it really easy for you to see them and shoot them, and or watch them get chased and killed by wolves.
I think I can use this.
Yeah, I don't really do that. Okay, so this is probably, I think, the first car we've encountered, because there weren't any in Mystery Lake. So here's a little secret. I like to, check the car very thoroughly. Sometimes, you see that cloth back there? Sometimes there will be stuff on the dashboard or on the floorboard. Check the glove box.
Okay.
Got some goodies in there. I don't know why I do that, but I do it every time. And I like to, lift the hood of the car just to show that I've already looted everything out of it, and that I don't need to, go back and revisit it or get into the trunk or anything. Look, you can even open that, but I don't think it does anything. It's just cool. Alright. So now I've kind of left myself a note that I don't need to check that car anymore. Notice how quick my stamina drains when I run because I'm carrying just way too much stuff. Oh, I hope this flare lasts a little bit longer. Because we're almost there. You see where that car is? That's where we're heading. Yeah, I see you, dude. I see you. Go! Alright. So this is the... Will you leave me alone? This is the coastal town site. Which I would like to... First, I would like that wolf to just go to hell. But, are you guys serious? I'm not even playing with y'all right now. Alright, this is the building I was wanting to go into anyway. So let's go in there since there's an entire pack of wolves trying to chew on me. Alright. So now we have found my favorite place in the entire game, the gas station. Look at this place. This is a treasure trove of everything useful. There's a convenience store area where you can, like, get just, I mean, look at this. This food will keep forever. There's fridges just brimming with soda. This is just great. This is a great place. I'm gonna go ahead and replenish my flare since I just threw one at a wolf and left it. So yeah, you can even come in here and, you know, loot all this. But first, before I get to exploring this place, check this out. You've got a whole little room in the back here with a cot, a fire barrel, lockers for storage, look, oh yeah, extra bedroll. Plenty of things to use in here. Look, there's even an extra lamp. So this is what I'm going to, this room right here is going to be my home base for the foreseeable future. So let me go ahead and methodically start breaking into everything. Oh yay. I don't remember if I'm wearing a heavy wool sweater yet, but if not, I want to be. Okay, so you notice there's 3 lockers here. Because I'm a little OCD about stuff like this, I like to empty out each of these lockers and then store a different type of thing in each one. So this first locker is going to be my food storage. So I'm going to take everything that'll keep for a while. You know, nothing, I'll hang on to this stuff and eat that real quick because it's, you know, going bad rapidly. I'm just going to store some stuff in there that I don't need to be carrying right now. This one, I like to put tools in. So I'm just going to, you know, it's more, I like to put more extras of stuff in this. Like if I had an extra hatchet, I'd throw it in here. If I had, you know, just a ton of sewing kits, I'd chunk it in there. And, you know, just the little use up stuff, you know, like extra matches that you just don't feel like dealing with. And then in the third locker, I'll put materials. Such as this deer hide, this wolf pelt, this sapling, these guts. I didn't mean to do that, I need to cure those. The feathers, that's a good amount of cloth. I'm gonna just drop a ton of these cattail heads, because I guarantee you that I'm going to find, here, I'll drop 18 of them. Going to find just a ton of tinder plugs everywhere I look, so it's not going to be real necessary to carry that stuff around with me. I'm also going to start stashing scrap metal in here, and I'll explain why eventually. Yeah, you know what? Let's do this. I'm gonna put most of my mushrooms and just damn near all of my rose hips. There. Now I'm carrying, you know, a reasonable amount of weight. And on these things will be here for later if I ever need them. This is the garage area. What I like to do with this is where I lay out all the stuff that I need to cure. So, got some saplings down. See, I can rip up that cardboard box and just get tinder plugs all day long. I mean, it's not really necessary to carry a ton of those around. So I'm just gonna come over here and drop my firewood for later, because I don't need to be making a fire right now. Drop that book. And now I've pared down to a reasonable amount of carrying weight. I'm gonna come over here and stash that arrow too. Yeah, I'm not gonna need that for a good long while. Okay, so we're in good shape. I've got a little extra emergency kerosene, got some food, got some medical supplies. Yeah, I'm in good shape. Alright, so before the excitement of looting absolutely everything in this place begins, gotta do our routine maintenance here. Eat and drink a little bit. I wish this peanut butter was in better shape, because look at how many calories you get out of that. That's one of the things that if it was like up around even above 50%, you know, or more, I would definitely hang on to that for a very long time in case of emergency. But as it's like on the verge of expiring, I'm going to go ahead and eat it today. Alright, so now we're in pretty good shape to rest. 2 hours of daylight anyway. Let's just do our thing where we sleep, eat, and sleep. Okay. And give me just a second here. Still trying to figure out how to use the Twitch app on my phone. Trying to see if I can get into chat. Oh, jeez.
Why are you so tired? That would be the sound of your alarm going off. Unfortunately, your other alarm went off every 2 hours throughout the night, which means you're going to be alarmingly tired at work today. Listen, the truth is, as a parent, you'll never get this. But you can get this. A great tasting 5-hour energy shot. It'll help you be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
Oh, God, I don't even know what's happening right now.
Time for 5-hour energy.
Okay, I think I'm looking at the chat room. So if anybody's watching, I'm sorry, I just now realized that I did not have my app open. So now I have my Twitch app open, and I can see chat. If you have any questions or anything, or want to interact, I can see you now. I apologize if you said anything previously that I missed. Alright. Okay, so we've done our sleeping. A little hungry yet. Let's go ahead and start munching on a GRE, or MRE. I don't know where GRE came from. Snooze about 4 more hours. Just to give us some daylight for all the glorious looting we're about to do. Alright. Okay, so let's start going through everything in here. Notice there's a container over here. If I had the proper tool, I could cut up this metal shelf and make scrap metal out of it, but I don't right now. Let's see. Let me duck and look under the bed. Oh, just a empty can. Sometimes you'll find like ammo down there, which is really helpful. Nothing under. Oh, there's some ammo under the shelf. See? This is why you get down and look. I just have a ridiculous amount of ammunition right now. So awesome. Yay! Yes. Always good to hear. There's another one sitting up here. Always good to have several of those on hand.
Best be prepared for anything.
Sure. Yeah. What I like to do is just go through, grab everything I can out of this whole place, and then kind of centralize it all in these storage containers. Yes, and I realize I'm picking up just a ton of extra stuff, but that can be good to have. Okay, so I think we've got everything out of this particular room. Let's go in here. Alright, there we go.
Never know.
New tool.
Ended up being useful.
Alright. So that's a hacksaw. And with that, I can dispose of this stupid shelf that's in my way. There we go. Now I don't have to step around stuff to go to bed. And I've got scrap metal, which we're going to save up for a later date. This is probably around the area in the game where you really want to start getting as much of that stuff as you can. So you can go through all these drawers in the toolboxes that you find in here,
Probably useful.
which often has a lot of good stuff. Extra knife. Very good. Alright, let's look in there. Don't see anything under anything. Alright. Some more tools. Let's leave that on the workbench for now. Anything in the corner? Unfortunately, you can't do anything with these old tires and barrels, but, you know, there's plenty enough to loot around. Ah, got a new pry bar. Ooh, and that one's in really good shape. Go ahead and take that. Oh. No radio signal still. No power. So you have 2 entire workbenches in here for your disposal. Isn't that nice? Okay. Sure, I'll stash an extra one, why not? It's always good to have some line, because sometimes when you're fishing, your line can break, and you will need to craft some new tackle, and that will allow you to do that. Alright, well since I'm here and I just picked up a bandage, I'm going to go ahead and make a old man's beard lichen bandage. There we go. Alright, and since I'm carrying a fair amount of stuff, I'm just going to use this middle locker as like a catch-all. You know, we've got materials, we've got food, and then the middle can just be whatever. Like extra clothing. Oh, look at that. I did pick up a better sweater. Just need to remember to put it on. Alright, so I like to store the better of the equipment. Yeah, I don't need to carry all those extras. Okay, I think we're pretty well. Let's get rid of some of these matches too. Generally, if I've got plenty of wood matches, it's all good. You don't need to have that much on you. Start storing some tinder plugs too. Alright. Drop some books over here. And now we can go loot the store. Get all this food. And there's cardboard boxes everywhere that you can cut up for tinder if you need it. Oh, there's a great thing to keep in the old cabinet. Nothing back here, but you can get into the cash register.
I'll take it.
Because sometimes there's snacks. Okay, that's an open can. Get the crackers, peaches, pork and beans, and more wood matches. We'll go ahead and keep carrying those just because they're good to have. That newspaper can stay there. We don't need to fool with it. God, it's like Christmas morning. Look at all that. Okay, let's see. In here I've got some newsprint, a vest I can cannibalize later if I need to. Just check these. Yeah, we'll save that in case anything happens to the wolf coat. Awesome. Alright, and this is probably the first toilet we've encountered in the game so far, so here's a fun tip. You can take the toilet water. And I'm just going to go ahead and assume you're taking it out of the tank and not the bowl, because I feel way better about that. But it comes out of the toilet potable, see? So you can just get drinking on your toilet water just as soon as you want to. Alright, I can make another bandage. Okay. Cool. Let's store this because we don't really need it. And let's just put a handful of our medicine in here too because we're really carrying just a ton of stuff. I'm gonna put 30 pills in storage. Put 10 of the antibiotics because I think you take 2 or 3 at a time. Yeah, and either way, that I'd be sitting pretty. Okay, so look at all that food we acquired just from looting that little convenience store. So I'm gonna store the better of it in my food container. So this is my strategy, folks. This is kind of how I squeeze the most time I can out of this game. I will come back here to this particular home base frequently, and when I do, like I will return from, you know, going and looting some other place, I'll come back, I'll store everything, and then I'll take anything out of the locker that has started to turn, you know, yellow. Anything that's gone under 50% durability. That way I keep my food fresh. I don't let anything get to the point where it's going to make me sick if I eat it. And I'm constantly adding to it as I explore this zone. Because I will come back here and rest and replenish my stuff if need be. Which is why this is my favorite place in the game. It's got the perfect combination of convenience. It's in the middle of a whole bunch of stuff to explore. It's in the middle of a whole bunch of different maps. It's got all this stuff you can loot. It's got all this storage space. Bed and fire right next to each other. It's the most efficient place you could possibly call home in this game. So I'm feeling pretty good about where we're at right now. Oh yeah, I need to store that coat as well. Ah, glad I noticed that. Our bedroll's kind of starting to deteriorate a little bit. I'd like to take a look at the other one that's sitting over here, and let's see. Oh yeah, put that sweater on too. There we go. Alright. Let's see what condition this is in. 55%. I'm taking it. Now what I'm gonna do, take the old, almost used up bedroll, and I'm gonna harvest it for 10 cloth. That is an excellent deal right there. Okay, so now I can take that. I can repair this until it's in pretty good shape again. Because once again, you never know when you're going to have to, like, find some place to rest and recuperate from whatever just happened to you. And if you don't have a bedroll, it's the easiest way to, you know, just not make it. Makes it really tough. Okay, so I'm just kind of carrying my bare necessities now. And I think we've gotten everything out of this particular place. Let's go take a look around the neighborhood. We'll go look around the neighborhood, and then I think I'm going to take a break for a little while. Okay. Well, the wolves seem to have subsided. But they are thickened through here, so you are going to want to look out. See, there's one over there. They really hang around this location. So you're going to want to make sure you have a flare equipped, or you know, firearms. But there's always, like, cars and stuff that you can duck into. For example, like this. Now I can hear and see that stupid wolf, but he can't get me. And I'll show you how we get rid of him.
This'll come in handy.
Heck yeah. I mean, do Canadians really carry soda in their glove compartments? Just out of curiosity. Because you find a lot of it. Just lots and lots of soda. Speaking of which, I could probably use that right now. Alright, so I'm a little bit winded from doing the repairs on my bedroll. And there's a wolf, like, right outside this. See? There he is, jerk. So what I can do is when you're in a vehicle, you can actually sleep in it, as long as you've got your bedroll to cover up with. If you don't, there's really no way to rest in the car. So, I'm going to rest for an hour and see if this fool will go away. Is he gone? Oh my god. That's the slowest wolf on Earth. Well, at least he's far enough away that I can check the back seat. Did he see me? Alright, let's take another quick nap. Stupid wolf. I hear him walking around out there. My god, I feel like I'm in Cujo. Where's the dog? Alright. Oh, wolf, I hate your soul. Are you talking to me? Oh, shoot. I meant to light that. Luckily, he has a very short attention span. Okay. Let's just bank on that wolf being an idiot for a minute. And come. Oh, god dang it. Again with the barking. Alright, well, let me run over into this little house on the waterfront. Really? Did he just, like, bite my butt on the way through the door? Jerk wolf! Ugh. Look. Oh, this is a good thing to have on hand. Oh, that's perfect. This is, other than the deerskin boots that I already have on, these are the best shoes you can find. And, I love having a pair of those in storage, because sometimes, your deerskin boots will just deteriorate so fast that you don't even realize it, and suddenly you're barefoot, and you're like, oh crap, I have to kill a whole bunch of deer, and wait a whole bunch of days before I can make new shoes. So, it's good to have. Okay, well, while we're in here, we might as well have a look around, and while we're hiding from the wolf, loot some stuff. Because it's very, very apparent that everything everywhere is abandoned. Completely. So, more for me. Yeah, grab some toilet soda and delicious toilet water. Ah, look at all this food. Alright. Check the fridge. Sometimes you can even find, like, cooked meat in the fridge that's still in good condition. But every time I find one of these little houses, I just kind of methodically go through and loot just everything I can get.
I think I
Oh, there
can
we
use
go.
this.
Perfect. Loot everything I possibly can, and then carry it back to my home. Oh, whoops, wrong one. Don't forget that you can check inside microwaves. And, oh, I can't see it, but there's a cup of tea in there. That'd be nice to heat up later on. You just want to grab up just all the canned goods you possibly can handle. Ah, so Canadian. Not that that's a bad thing. It's just, you know. Alright. Did I get into the... Yeah, I did already. Okay. Well, let's check out the little living area. Book I can burn like a terrible person. Nothing under the furniture. Let's go upstairs. Oh, got a nice little loft bedroom up here. You know what? Just since we're real close to our home, let's go ahead and grab those two, just in case I eventually need to use and then repair the insulated boots.
Best be prepared for
No,
anything.
the shoes can suck it. They can stay right where they are. They're so useless. Nah. There we go. Alright, this is the next best thing to the deerskin pants, is cargo pants. Much higher warmth rating and wind protection than jeans. And so that's pretty much your pants options, is jeans, those cargo pants, and then your deerskins. But once again, I would love to keep those in storage in case anything happens to my deerskin. Okay, so I think oh, wait, there's the door. I think I've gotten everything out of here I can. Oh, there's a spare hatchet. Cool. Alright. I'm gonna eat something. Let's see. What do I want to dispose of? Well, we'll start with the rest of this MRE. Alright. Wonder if that wolf is still wandering around. Don't see or hear him anymore. Oh, and look, a deer! Let's just go over there and skin that real quick before we head back to the house. That's a decent amount. Yeah, let's do this the smart way.
Feels like night is coming.
Yep, that's what darkness usually indicates, lady. Alright. Successfully Harvested that animal and not gotten eaten by anything. Cool. Now to drag everything back to the home front. Oh, jeez. Oh, my. Where's he going? That was unusual. Normally wolves aren't scared of me. We'll save looting these houses for another time. But it's kind of fun to just kind of, you know, go one house per day in this little neighborhood down here and just loot everything you possibly can. My sweet Jesus, are you even kidding me right now? That's it. Had it with you. Alright. And he's gonna stay right there until I put my stuff down and come back for him. That's what you get. Okay. Let's put up all that fantastic food we found, because that is the bulk of what is weighing us down right now. Let's put up that extra clothing, which is also weighing us down a lot. I can't wait till I find some wool long underwear. They're just kind of rare. Alright, and those boots. What else do I have on me? Come in here and drop the stuff that needs to cure. Unload my fire fuel. Do I still have a jerry can? Yeah. I'm gonna drop that because I've got a little bottle of accelerant that weighs a lot less. Let's just set that jerry can up here so I don't forget about it. Alright. More stuff to store. Nice hatchet. Okay, that looks like about it. You know, I'm going to go ahead and put my quality tools up for now, just because I don't have any need for them right now, and that's an awful lot of weight to just be toting. Okay. I'm going to go back out there, I think, even though it's dark. I'm going to get that stupid wolf before it freezes. It takes forever to harvest. He was just right out here in the middle of the road, wasn't he? Yeah. Oh, and I looted that car already. The reason I'm doing this now is because, A, I want to start curing his hide as quickly as possible because I only had the one extra wolf pelt, and I'm starting to get down to the point where I'm gonna need to use that soon to repair. Also, I need to make a fire, and I wanted to be able to cook as much food over it as possible at a time. Never mind. I guess I'll have to make do with the firewood I find in here, because I was looking for a branch, but there's just wolves everywhere. There's a crate we can tear up. Okay. And if need be, there's another crate over there we can use. But let me drop my wolf parts. Wolf parts. Oh, and you know what? Check this out. A little basin has just a touch of water in it that's potable. So, you know, I like to... Gotta loot everything you can, man. That's how this game is. Alright, so let me get my food locker. I'm gonna put up some water for the future. Let's get cooking. And here's my little trick for lighting my way around without actually using up any of my lantern fuel. Alright. Let's get a good fire going. We got a lot of cooking to do. Drink a little bit so I don't start falling out all over the place. Alright. Let's use up the rest of this wood. I'm gonna get to boiling a fair amount of water. Throw a book on here too. Oh, wrong thing. Damn it. You never expect the take torch option to pop up. There we go. Alright. Now I think I've got enough time to boil it all. Sweet. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna go to sleep in my newfound home. And I think that'll be it for today's session. Or at least for right now. I might come back this afternoon. But once again, thank you for watching. I've been experiencing some technical difficulties with my Twitch app on my phone. So if you tried to interact with me today and I didn't see or acknowledge you, I apologize. We're gonna get that under control and try again next time. But thank you very much for watching. Have a wonderful day today. And this has been Sonky playing The Long Dark.